First I want to say, you know, October of 2012, when we were hit with that storm, there were people in this building, and there's a few behind me and a few out in the audience that were here that night of the storm. As you can see around you, we had about 30 inches of water in the building. From that, you can see the damage that occurred. Over the last 10 months, we've been discussing with FEMA the repairs for this building. Our first project worksheet for this building was about $58,000 to $68,000 to do the repairs. We're at the point now we're close to $2.2 million, $2.1 million on the repairs. Not enough, it's not going to complete the project, but it's a start in the right direction. And now I just want to take this time and I want to introduce an individual who is here. He's probably been here so much that he's probably going to pick up residence here soon. I want to thank him for his help, his support, and moving forward for rebuilding this building here. It's not just a municipal building, it's our police department. And it would be nice to have a home again. So at this time I want to thank and I want to introduce our Congressman Bill Pascrell.
Thank you, Mayor. Wouldn't mind living in Moonachie. I don't need a GPS to get through the town anymore either. I'm getting it. You know, you think you're a small town, but it's not easy to travel through to get from one place to the other. And I've been to a few businesses here, and I got lost a couple of times. I have to admit that. But we're getting to know this little town of great people. Of great people. So I want to thank you for joining us today. Mayor Vaccaro, the level of damage, you know, that was sustained in your town has been immense. There's no other way to put it, or no way to slice it. 642 households in Moonachie claim major or severe damage following this storm. The extent of the damage to this building, the Borough Hall, is quite obvious. We were here right after. We saw how high the water had risen. I'm proud to fight for the Sandy relief package that has allowed FEMA to already deliver $1.125 billion in public assistance to New Jersey towns and $421 million over that in individual assistance to New Jersey residents impacted by Sandy. FEMA has strict rules regarding public assistance to towns and municipalities to ensure that funds are distributed fairly and efficiently, and rightly so. Unfortunately, the complexity of the operations here at Borough Hall presented a particular challenge to FEMA and its formula, resulting in a damage estimate far lower than the true cost to reconstruct this building. For example, Moonachie's police department is located here in the Borough Hall. The police desk is the nerve center of the department, right, Chief? And represents a critical need for public safety and security. Originally, FEMA believed that this was just a simple desk, which would be considered under the category of a building's contents, which would make it ineligible for reimbursement. We had to work together to make FEMA understand that this police desk was actually a command and control center, which is, in actuality, it costs nearly $250,000 to replace just that desk, as they called it. I'm happy to say that because of the work done on this application, that this cost will be reimbursable to the township, all $250,000. We must assure that these critical operations are replaced here in Moonachie, so our first responders can continue to keep this community safe. Several other municipalities down the shore suffered similar damage to their town halls, and are also working to move the public assistance process forward. But I'm glad Moonachie has worked themselves to the head of the line. As the chairman of Public Safety in the Congress of the United States, I think that helped a little bit in doing this. I know the governor has been going around blaming the federal government for this administration's botched handling of federal funding. But this is a case that has shown that working together, the federal government and local government, and in this case the county too, can come together to make the rebuilding process work.